to bingo night. I'm super excited about bingo, and it is Wednesday. My normal time is at 5:30 on Wednesdays. However, it's bingo, and that takes a little longer, so we're starting at 5 o'clock. So I'm super excited. Welcome everybody. Thank you to everyone that's playing. I really appreciate it. I read some of the comments from the get-go. Nancy Lee asked me, how many times do I celebrate in October for my birthday? Every day. Every day. I love my birthday month. It's just fun. I don't know. I just have fun. So if I feel like going to get a coffee, I go get one. If I feel like going to do something, I go try to do it. But really, I've been crafting every day. I have 4 organized swaps I'm in right now. I have, or 2 organized swapped, I'm in 2 each. I have 4 general swaps I'm taking to on stage. I was going to do 2, then I was going to do 3, now I'm doing 4. I'm doing bingo. I'm doing an in-person class. I'm doing my videos online, and I am getting ready to go to my retreat next Wednesday. So I will be here Sunday. I will not be here next Wednesday or Sunday because it is, I'll be gone. I'll be in Texas with my upline and one of my downline. We just go, it's not a team anything. We're all friends and we get together for our birthday. And we have a birthday celebration, craft. We eat and craft probably 20 hours a day. We get a little bit of sleep and we try to take a nap during the day so we can craft all night. So we have a good time, and that is when I create my Christmas cards, my customer gifts and Christmas cards and things like that. So that's what we do. We play Christmas music and Christmas TV, and we just have a good time. So don't forget to change your chat to live chat. You want it to be live chat, so it's the most up to date and most current. I'm going to try and read you guys. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I celebrate every day in October. Yeah, happy birthday month. Thank you, everybody. How are you? Oh, I thought she said, how old are you? I was like, oh, I'll tell you. I don't care. But she's asking somebody else. Can I get my numbers? Yes, Kathy. So if you need your numbers, and there's a couple people I'm going to go talk to. Let me see. Kathy, 29, 11, 18, 15, and 4. Hopefully I glanced. I don't think anybody has over 30. You don't want to have over 30 because there is not an over 30. So a couple people, Shelly Dima, I want to tell you your numbers because on the registration form, there wasn't a registration form, so I used your old one. And I'm going to go over a couple rules about that in a minute. So your numbers will be 6, 12, 16, 22, 28. I pulled them off of an old form. And I think there was one other one. Sue, same thing. Your numbers will be 4, 11, 16, 21, 26. So I pulled those off of your old registration form. So something I want to go over with the rules, and I'm going to have to read your guys' comments later because you know how long bingo night can be. So one of the things I want to ask is, could you please, when you register, a lot of people register and then don't pay until later, and I'm okay with that. Just put it in the notes section. I'll pay later. I'll pay next week. Whatever, just so I know not to bother you, number 1. Number 2, I just put a little highlight knowing that, and I'll get back to that the week of, and then I'll remind you if you don't pay. And if you choose not to, it still gives me time to talk to other people that maybe they were on the wait list like this time, because I have to cut off a date at a certain point because I have to create all these kits, okay? So by doing it by the cutoff date is really, really helpful. This time we had a lot of people that wanted to participate after cutoff, which I had a few kits made, and those were gone pretty much the first couple days after the cutoff. And so it just really helps me if you guys can register, put your numbers on there, and then pay when you can. Some of you pay and don't register. And yes, I have your old stuff. So what I'm going to do is my blog keeps track of who registers. So I keep track of that compared to my Excel spreadsheet so I can know that yes, these people all registered. I have them on my form and I'm confirming on their registration. If you don't register, it doesn't confirm, so I have to go back to my email. I have to search. I have to go to PayPal search just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And so by you registering and paying, it's extremely helpful. So please remember, you have to do both. I am changing the form going forward. There will be a check mark above the address that says new address. I do not go in and confirm your addresses, what's in my systems in your system. Many of you travel and you let me know. Send it here, I'm going to be here. Send it here, I'm going to be here. So that is perfect. So if you're traveling, let me know which address, because I probably have both of them in my system. If you have moved, please check the box going forward saying this is a new address. Okay, so that way I know to go and change it. You don't want the new people that moved into your house to have your kits. Okay, let me just glance. All right, so I'm just double checking, making sure I don't have any questions. Okay, so that being said, that's kind of how I want to do it going forward is if you don't register but I have your information, I'm going to pick your numbers for you. If you've already paid, I will pick your numbers for you. It is too hard for me to email, ask for numbers, blah, 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 but I'll pick your numbers and send them to you. So, so please, you're welcome, Sue. Please make sure you do your registration form because you may want to change your numbers and you may have new information that I need. So if you're new, you definitely need to fill it out because I need your address. So I hope that helps you guys and clears that up. All right. Registration. Okay. Other than that, we have our regular stuff. I want to tell you first, November bingo is listed below. And this is, it's November 16th at 5 o'clock. And I can't recall the cutoff right now. It's on the form when you open it up. And you can see all the details. It is going to be a super cute 12 card kit. They are the mini cards. They are, if you need to know, they're not from they're Memories and More. So they're the small ones in the Memories and More. So that's what they're going to be from. And it's going to be Lights Aglow and Handmade Wishes. And so there is a list on my blog. And I believe there's a list on my Facebook page too. Remember, you only need sentiments pretty much for this one. I'm trying to think. There's a little bit of stamping from Handmade Wishes because it's the tag with the little outlines of the tag. So if you have that set, that's fantastic. If you don't, you can pick out other sentiments. I will be punching the labels for you so you'll have the same labels. You'll get all the DSP, all that. Okay, so if anybody else needs their numbers, let me know so I can let you know what they are. And I'm going to explain a little bit about bingo and how it works because I do have a lot of new people this time. So what you do is tonight you sit back, you relax, you enjoy, you chat with people, have a great time. We will do 4 projects and we will do 4 bingos. But this month is my birthday month. So I have 5 prize packages. Packages means multiple things that I'm going to give away. And I have my tickets here with everybody in that's playing. And this is full of tickets. And I will be drawing from that every so often. Maybe after every bingo or something like that. I don't know yet. So, and then I will show you what the prize is and I will mail everything to you. So once bingo's over tonight, we have a good time, everything's fun. Then I will mail your kits to you, okay? So your prizes will go with your kit. If you win a bingo, you get a $100 shopping spree with me on my Stampin' Up page. So you let me know what you want. I'll put the order in for you. Anything over $100, I can invoice you for it. And I usually copy and give you a little copy of your numbers, you know, your total and everything. And so you just pay the difference of $100. Okay? So I give 4 of those away. And then, so that will go that will come straight from Stampin' Up. I'll do the address and everything when I put the order in for you to be shipped directly to you. Okay, so the goodies you win from me here tonight, I will mail them with your kit. And those should go out Friday. The kits are done, but I couldn't package them because I don't know who's going to win. And then you're going to get a bigger package with your goodies in it. So I'll do all the packaging tomorrow probably, and they'll probably mail out on Friday. So that's my goal, Monday the latest. All right. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, I would love a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Subscribe. Don't forget, subscribe. You'll get a notification that I'm going live whenever that might be. That'd be awesome. Thanks, Terry. Okay, so I think that's about it. So my bingos, normally I do all the cardstock, the DSP, the embellishments, any type of ribbon, anything like that. I cannot stamp for you. For that is just the rules. We cannot do any stamping. If it's an image like the Scotty dog that you're going to stamp and then punch out or die cut out, something like that, I usually do not punch or stamp that out because that's kind of specific. If it is a label like this one, then I will punch it out for you because you can just set it up to center it and put your sentiment on there. So I will do that kind of stamping or punching and die cutting for you. So I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. I do put a timestamp at the bottom of the description here down below, and you can just click on Project 3 and it'll take you right to Project 3. You'll skip all the bingo, all the chatter, all the instructions, and just get to your projects, and you can put your projects together at your leisure. I do not take my bingo videos down, and that's that. PDFs, I have 2 cards today that have a little bit of measuring on them and that are kind of a fancy fold. They're both very simple and all over the internet. They've been around for a long time. So I didn't feel the need to do a PDF because they're everywhere. I'll give you the name of them and you can look them up. It's super simple. They're everywhere. So, and I know, honestly, it's so easy to find. That's what I do on a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, I want to do this fold that I've seen for the last 5 years, so I'll go find it, and then that's kind of what I do. So I hope that makes sense. All right, are you guys ready for Project 1? I have to say Project 1 is probably one of my favorites. I'm loving this. So it's so pretty. So this is project number 1. And it's just so fun and full of gold. And this is, I believe, now that I'm remembering, oh, let me take my cheat notes off so I can kind of tell you what I'm doing here. But I believe, is this a gatefold? Now all of a sudden I just lost the name of it. So you fold it like this, okay? So you're going to score at 2 3/4 and at 8 1/4, okay? So you just go, and I always do it, I leave a little bit of space in the inside, okay? Thank you. Yes, all of a sudden it just, it just went out right out of my head. And then you make this piece here, and we'll show you how to do it. And all you do is slide, I like to pull this out just a little bit. You don't want to, like, you know, completely pull it. And then you just slide it right in there, and there you go. So there's your card. So really simple. So let's just get started with it. So you're going to get a kit. It's going to look just like this. I'm going to move that on my left side. Your kit's going to look just like this. Okay, so this is what I mean by I need to prep kits. So for as many people that are playing, I need to prep kits for everybody. And then one for me to do on screen. So you're going to get it in a bag just like this, project number 1. All right, so let's just move everything from the top off. And yours should be packaged pretty much just like this. So we're going to move all of that off. And here we are with this. And we're going to open it up, and you have your inside page. So let's start with that. I'm going to bring my mat in here, my silicone mat, and this is what we're going to add to the bottom. I made them a little long. You can, you know, just in case, you can kind of adjust it and do all that, whatever you want. All right, so let's turn this over and let's get this adhered. I just go most of the way down because we know it's a little longer than what the card is here. You can kind of do this, make sure. Now, once you do this, let me explain. If you did not enough glue right there, we're going to put this down right here. All right, and we're going to go down. If you didn't have enough glue, just lift this up and put a little bit of glue there. But I did put enough, so, and I put it up a little. Do you see how I just kind of rubbed it down? It went right to the edge of the paper perfectly. So now we're just going to cut this off. I need to grab my other scissors. All right, so now we're just going to cut this off. Flip it over so you can see your paper and you're cut right along it. There we go. Thanks, you guys. And now we're just going to adhere this on the inside. You guys know how I like to do the inside. Let's get it out of the way so we don't pick up this paper and start stamping on it or cutting it up or die cutting anything. So I like to hold both sides. Once I see that the top and bottom and left and right look okay, I drop this and then I look here. And this side I see needs to go over just a little bit. And then I think that is straight enough. And see how mine are really close right here? We'll test that in a minute and I'll show you what we can do. I'm going to just move this out of the way. So check yours. I probably did a few and then realized, oh yeah, I like to leave a little space. So I'm just going to move this one over just a tad. So just check yours, just leave it a little space. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. And so I'm just going to hold that right there just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my embossing folder, start here and go outward. Okay, so now I have just a little line. It's going to be fine. All right, now let's move that aside. On your little piece here, like I call it the net, just I like to poke all my pieces out. I try to poke a lot of them out. You shouldn't have too many, but I didn't want to spend all my time. I figured one of you poking a few extras out, kind of like this, is better than me sitting here doing multiple of them. I got yours to look about like this. So just take out the tiny, I mean, or leave them. I know some people don't mind leaving them in. I prefer not to, but it's totally up to you. All right, so let's set this aside. I did your bow for you, so just set all this aside. Here's your sentiment. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. So what we're going to do is we are going to pull in some Pool Party, because that's the color here of our card. And we are going to take out of the Chic, Season of Chic, and again, you can use a baby white for this. Hi, Olivia. You can use a baby white for this. You can use, you know, any other card that might have some grunge in it or whatever you want to do. I'm just going to take this. Now, I believe I did it a full strength. And so we're just going to stamp it down there. Oh, I should have probably used a foam mat under this, but we're going to give it a try. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy Lee. Okay, so that's fine. So you might want to have your mat underneath you to give it a little bit, especially when they're polymer like this. Okay, so there's that. And now what we're going to do is we don't need this anymore. That's the only inking that you're going to do besides Versamark. Again, if you don't have Versamark, use whatever color ink you want. And we're going to stamp the thanks here. Okay, so we use this and the thanks for this card. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this sheet of paper that I used for something else earlier. And I'm just going to use this for right now because I'm going to put powder on this. We're going to do a little bit of embossing. So we're going to use this, but for now I want to take my embossing buddy and just do this. I just want to get that ink to be, you know, dried up. Okay. Now we're going to take, I'm going to bring in back in my mat that I should have kept out. So let's put our mat underneath or something spongy. Even, you know, your small grid paper or something like that would work too. Okay, so you can do this, and then let's take our thanks and our Versamark. I'm gonna make sure I have my, I try to just make sure what color I used before out of there. All right, Versamark. Again, with polymer, it's nice to have the pad underneath, and I am just going to put this right across. Now you could curve your word a little bit if you want to, and I think I did on that one, but you don't have to. All right, so there's that. Oh, it seemed like my Versamark really stuck to that. And then we're gonna just use our gold. All right, and then I like to just take my brush and just kind of, even though you're going to cut this out, I just like to make sure it's clean. So we'll get rid of that. And my extra embossing powder that of course I got everywhere. And now we'll just heat this. Hi, Tashana. All right, you can see where it tore just a little bit right there. So what I would probably do is stamp. Stamp and then let it dry a little bit more than what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna just wipe off a little bit more right here. There we go. All right. I like to do it from underneath and on top because that way your gold is melting top and bottom. If you do it all from the top, sometimes if you overdo it, it's going to give it more of a dull look. But we're going to go pretty quickly through this. I'm going to turn it. It's getting hot there on the edge. And then I just go back under. All right, there you go. Now there's a couple spots that look like they're not embossed, and it's because my Versamark really stuck to this ink, and when I lifted it up, it kind of pulled the paper up a little bit, and it looks fine. I'm not worried about it. It is all dry. The ink is all melted, so it's going to be fine. So for video purposes, I'm not going to stress over it. Okay, I would probably redo it again if it were me. Now I'm going to fussy cut this, but I'm going to fussy cut with the paint. So there's no dye with this, so just kind of do it as smoothly as you can and give it character by going around the colors of your ink. Okay, so just kind of give it some personality here. And it's mostly on the edges. Just kind of go along with it. Okay, so there we go. There's our label. All done. Quick and easy. All right, so now what we're going to do with these is let's take our panels. You have your DSP here that we're going to go. look at your squares. Just make sure. This reminds me of that game. What was it, Cubert? Remember that little guy that used to jump on the little squares? That's what these squares remind me of. So just kind of get them in the, you know, the look that you like and whatever you want. Remember, some of them have that little bit of a pale papaya, and then some of them have a little more pink in them. So I'm just going to go ahead and add these. I love this paper. These are my two favorite in the whole set, is the pink, this one, and then this one. All right, again, you're just going to kind of just make sure your edges are pretty even on the side. Okay, and then let's do this one. Again, if you guys don't have a silicone mat, it's just so nice to have for so many things. All right, same over here. So what I like to do is just give it kind of the same distance in the middle, which should give it the same distance in the on the back side. I think it needs to go over a little bit more. Okay. All right, so there's that. And now we can set that aside. Now you're going to have 4 pieces here, 4 squares, and you want to score them right down the middle. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in. Okay, so these are 3.5 inches. So 1.5 would be 3, and then another quarter would be 3.5. So at 1 and, is that right? 1 3/4, 2, 3.5. Yep, 1 3/4, because they're 3.5. So go to 1 3/4 and score, and do that for all. Do that for 3 of them. Okay, so there's. Oh, I'm sorry. Do that for 2 of them. 2 of them. All of a sudden, I'm getting confused. So of 2 of them, I just did another card that had a bunch of pieces, and now I'm getting myself confused. Okay, so just score these, the ones that you folded, the ones that you scored, and now we're going to glue them. I like to use liquid glue because it gives you a little bit of time to move things around. So let's use our liquid glue. And I'm going to just add, and anything that's 3D I like, you know, or that has movement, I like to do liquid anyway because I think it's just a little stronger. Right, Nancy Lee? I loved that game. They had good games back in the day. All right, so, oops, see how I just slid it? Just put it right back in place. Okay, right there. Okay, so you're adding it onto a flat piece, and then you're going to add this one here. Okay, so you want to add them just like that. Okay, so just like this, like that. So now we're going to add glue on this one. Again, these are measured at 3.5. You need 4 of them. All right, so just make sure that it's nice and square. Everything stays square. Okay. Now you're going to adhere this right on top here. So see what's happening? You'll have these openings on the sides. So we're going to add glue here. And of course they're square, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that I think is plenty. You just want a decent amount. you want it nice and flat, nice and flush to the edges, because this is the front of your card, right? So you want to make sure. Okay, so the liquid is really nice because you know it's going to be nice and strong, and see what I mean? So that's what you do. So you do the folded ones on the inside, flat ones on the outside. Okay, so we're just going to put that there. Now I'm going to go ahead and use tape on this because it's just going to go right up on top for our decorating. So you can figure out which way you want the dots to go, but we're putting so much on top that I don't think it's really going to matter. Okay, so bring your piece in. And I put my tape on it. Now you could use glue if you wanted to. It gives you a little more wiggle room. As long as I know that this corner is going to be okay, once I do these two sides, I think this is going to be fine. Okay, so there's that. And now the next thing, I just build upward. Okay, so this is going to go in the very back. So just kind of figure out, you know, where you want what to go. I like to just make sure that it's not hanging over the edges. And I'm using liquid glue again because I want this to hold really well. So I'm just going to go, there's lines that you can just go up and down. So just go straight across on these lines. I think as long as you have a little, you're going to be adhering things up on top of it. So it's not, you know, earth shattering if you don't get it in the middle exactly. But I like to make sure I get the edges a little better. And then I just go straight across. I'm going to go up. So just kind of pick and choose and then see where you're at. Add a little bit more. Wherever, you know, you feel comfortable. All right. Do a little bit more over here. All right. So I feel good with that. So again, just kind of make sure it's wherever you want it, that it's not going to hang over a whole lot. I'm just sliding that a little bit. Okay. And then there you go. All right, so we're adding a bunch of stuff on top, so you don't really have to worry about, is this that locking slider? Yes, it's this, Tashana. Here, this one. So yeah, I think it's called a gatefold. So there's that. And then now you just kind of figure out where you want to put your leaves. So your sentiment's going to be in the middle, so I want them kind of outward a little bit. And again, if you are doing this, you could use double-sided adhesive. Sometimes when your material is a lot thinner, it's a little difficult to work with because it likes to curl up and grab your paper. So I tend to just like to do the glue because it doesn't have to be, you know, laying down solid. You just don't want it to go anywhere. So we're just going to put that right there. Lay it on there. Same with this one. All right. All right, there, oops, hello. Stuck to my finger. All right, so I have a little bit of glue where I don't want it because it just stuck to my finger. So you guys know I like to take my piercing tool and I just kind of wipe it off where it doesn't need to be, and it'll just come right off. So just kind of get in there in the spots that doesn't need to be. And there, okay. So there's that. All right, so we'll get our next sleeve. Let me put that up so you can see it. And again, I just kind of tuck it and have it coming out right here. And you can have it coming out a little bit if you want. I'm going to make sure I didn't put glue right there though. There we go. All right, so there's that. It's pretty simple once you just kind of, you just take the pieces, and once you realize that you're just gluing those down. So let me give you a little bit better picture. So you're gluing these two, you fold, and the top and bottom one are flat. Okay. Now I took some of our elegant trim and I just kind of put it in a circle, whatever you want. Kind of, twist it, turn it, make it whatever you want. I like to go like this, and then I like to kind of just open it like that. So it's whatever you want, however you want it. So I'm going to take this and just put this, because we're going to be putting some other, our sentiment is going to hold that down with adhesive. So we're just going to put that on like this. I'm not too worried about it. You can trim this up if you want. I am going to use my adhesive tape. I've just been loving this stuff. So let's see. I'm just going to hold it to right about here. And I'm going to cut it about there, and I'm going to cut that little piece off. And we'll put this on. See how I have a curve in my tape? Since this curves, I turned it around. And I'm just going to put it right there. A nice solid sentiment. And I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, and I wanted my little pieces to poke up and out, so whatever you want to do. We're going to take our bow, and I'm going to take a glue dot. Now when you look at your bow, remember your little tails are coming out from the back. So when you're doing your bow, I know because I tied it, you didn't, but that's what you're going to look for, is your little tails are already to the back. And then that's how you're going to adhere it. And then fluff it up and fix it, because it's going to be stuffed in your envelope, so you want to kind of just get it to however you want it to look like. Let's see, this goes this way. There we go. And I'm just going to put this right here. Some tails will be short, some tails will be long, because I want it about this length, but your other tail, the way I tied it, might be a little longer, and I just left it that way. You can cut the length you want, but it doesn't have to be too short, too tall, whatever you want. All right, now let's take our embellishments here. These are from the Glossy Dots, and I just added these. I just love this color on here. So I did two at the top, one at the bottom. And now we bring our base in that we did our paper on the inside. I can tell right here my paper frayed, so I'm going to fix that. I just take scissors right along the edge there. Sometimes it gets a little wonky. All right, and then I like to just put my hands in here. You don't want to put them all the way down. I just like to open them up just enough to be able to put your card base in there and slide it. Now, remember how this one was kind of tight, and I opened it up a little bit, but see how it's still a little bit tight? So you're going to push down, okay? And then what I do is just take your bone folder and just kind of go like that. That way you know that now it's going to lay flat versus being bowed up, so that you have your center. See this? I need to trim that piece a little bit. I've traded my blade out, so I started and some of them got a little weird, so I have to trim that. But yeah, so just take that and then just, I like to just make them flat, no matter how you measure them. And even when, you know, you go out just a slight, just to make sure you leave that opening. I must have got one on my early ones that I didn't open up as much, but there you go. So that is the cute card. Again, it's just, I'm going to slide this one since this one's completely dry. So you just slide it open. There's your card. Super simple. Again, these are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And this is your regular A2 size. You just fold it a little bit different. All right, so again, you're going to score at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. Let me double check that, because I'll tell you why I say 8 1/4. Yeah, it's 8 1/4. If you're more comfortable, you can turn it over and do the same thing, you know, and do 2 3/4 if that's easier for you to remember. All right, so that, I'm glad you guys liked it. Can you give me my numbers, please? Oh, yes, I can. Shelly, I announced it earlier that I think you didn't fill out a registration form, but you paid, so I pulled your old numbers. I have 6, 12, 16, 22, and 28. So going forward, you weren't the only one, so going forward, what I'm going to do is just give numbers, and I'm just hoping everybody will fill out their forms so I don't. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Dana. Because I hate, if you guys want to switch up your numbers, I'd hate to not have them. So, all right, so that was card number 1. So again, when you come back to do your bingo, you just click on project 1 on the timestamp below. After the video, I'll be fixing that. And then you can just go and add your and create the card that you would like. And this would be project number 1. So I just love it. I love these colors. I love this paper, this stamp set. I did 2 cards with this stamp set, with the paper, because I just absolutely loved it. All right, let's move these somewhere safe. You guys can see the clean part of my room. The rest is just a bit crazy. All right, let's play bingo. Does everybody have their numbers? Anybody else need your numbers? All right, I'm just waiting a minute, because I know, again, we have that lag because I have closed caption. First thing I want to say is make sure that your chat is on live chat. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like the card. Make sure you're on live chat and you're ready to go to play some bingo. And then we are going to give some birthday prizes away. All right, here we go. Looks like everybody has their number. First one is number 9. Number 9. I'll go quickly on the first few because I know that you guys are can't hit bingo until you get 5, right? Number 23. Lots of B's coming up. All right, number 16. Now you know Debbie Spicer. You cannot have a B-I-N-G yet. There's only 3 numbers out there. Next one, 28. All right, the last one that could possibly be a bingo, it would be 22. All right, Carol has a B-I. Shelly has a B-I. And Mary. Oh, Shelly has a B-I-N. All right, next one. 21. 21. Two. Debbie. Debbie's just here to cause trouble. Terry has a B-I. Leslie, Crystal, and Sue and Olivia. 20. Katie with a B-I, Terry B-I-N, Rebecca and Donna both a B-I. Number 4. Who wants a birthday prize? Remember, you have to be participating in bingo to win the prize, the birthday prize. Terry has a B-I-N-G. 11 is the next number. Lots of B-I-Ns. I'm laughing because I can see the video where I pulled out the 11 and I kind of started talking. And so I'm thinking somebody's there like, I have that number, put it down. Ooh, Carol, B-I-N-G for Carol. And Sue. All right. Next number is a 3. Number 3. Oh, Crystal's coming up with the B-I-N. All right. Next one is 15. Now remember, if you get a consolation prize, meaning you came in second for a bingo, I will offer you to waive the consolation prize so that you may continue for a bingo and try to get a bingo in the next game, or whatever's left. So if you would like to waive your consolation prize, which you don't know what it is because it's just whatever I pick and I mail to you, but if you want to do that, you can waive it and go for the bingo. 27. 27. Ooh, Donna and Kathy both have a BIN. All right, let's see if that 27 makes a difference for anybody. Olivia, B-I-N-G. Rebecca, B-I-N-G. Woo! Jeanne. There's a lot of them. All right, I don't see any bingos yet, though. Let's see. Let's pick one that I can get out of my hand. Number 7. So remember, the first person that says bingo, which is why it's so important to have your chat on live chat. You want to make sure that you're seeing what's going on currently. If you're behind, make sure you pull that bar up on the bottom all the way to the right so that you can be current with what's going on with the game. Rebecca won a bingo. Congratulations, Rebecca. Let's check your numbers. I'm still watching to see if there's any others. All right, Rebecca. We have 2. Where am I? 7, 16, 20, and 27. Congratulations, Rebecca. And I don't see anybody else. So congratulations. Let me write this down. Number 1. Rebecca, number 1 bingo. Yay, congratulations. Now, if you, oh, Donna also, did Donna get a bingo? Let me go back and look. I see Donna with a B-I-N-G. Okay, I don't see Donna with the bingo. So we're going with Rebecca only. Because that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so remember, for your birthday prizes, I'm going to give 5 away. And it doesn't matter if you've won bingo or not. As long as you are on my bingo list, you are able to get the bingo. So let me look here really quick. All right. Okay. Okay, Donna, thank you. Okay, then that is done. I'm putting that in there. So let's draw a prize for bingo birthday. So I have my handy dandy little, I don't know what this is, ceramic, I don't know, IKEA jar here. I think it's metal. And I have everybody's names in here on, there's tickets in here. Or is anybody else having problems with hearing me? Let me just double check a couple things. My volume is all the way up. Yeah, it's like red when I touch that, so it should be. I hope everybody else can hear me okay. Okay, so, Diana, I'm sorry. You can hear me okay, Olivia? Everything's good? Okay. Yeah, Diana, make sure on your YouTube, not just on your computer or your phone for your volume, make sure that on your YouTube volume that's up also. Okay? It's a little faint. Huh. Okay, because I know when I do a test and I play it back, it's like really loud. So, okay, so let's win a prize. So, this is a prize and it has a bunch of goodies in there. So let's see who wins. I wish I had my grandson here so he can choose, although he'd probably pull a handful out. Okay, good. I'm glad everything. Okay, Diana, good. All right. the winner is, they're sticking together. Oh, 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 there we go. Nancy Lee. Nancy Lee wins the first one. So Nancy Lee right there. And with my lovely handwriting is Nancy Lee. And oops, I just dropped it. Okay, so you can only win once. So Nancy Lee wins this one. So let's see what she won. All right, so what did you win? You won some dimensionals. You won some garden gems. You won foam adhesive strips, multi-purpose glue, some adhesive backed seasonal sequins, a lovely colorful pen that says Marcie Besecker on it. It's the colors of the pen that's fun. You have also won a little container to put your embossing buddy in from Stamp It Crazy, one of our little platform, I forget what you call it, a crazy press. Last year for my customers, and you might have gotten one, I don't remember, I made these adorable tablets last year and pens. So you're going to get those too. Yay! So that, and of course this lovely trash can. So that is the gift. I'm giving 5 of these away. Okay, so everybody will get the same thing, all 5 of you. There might be different colors and whatever, but the same thing. And you've got your little hook here. You can just hook your trash next to you when you go to your events or whatever. So this will be all condensed down and put into a flat rate envelope with your kit, okay? So that is what you get for your birthday surprise. Yay, Nancy Lee. Oh, you are so welcome. The trash cans are great. Trust me, I jumped on and bought them as soon as they were available because I love them. All right. I will have some packed for my retreat next week. All right. Are we ready for card number 2? So card number 2, I've actually been asked by, oh goodness, remember last week when I did the shaker card? I'm still finding those effervescent little circles everywhere. So a lot of people ask me about what do I do with large sentiment cards? How do I handle such a large sentiment? How do you decorate it? So I wanted to just do this fun card because it's really, this DSP with the polka dots on it is just so cute. And I did a nice fun big sentiment. And then I pulled in the die here, or the punch from Flowers and Leaves. And so I thought, you know what, I wanted to use your dies, make it fancy, grab a paper that you like, and then I layered up the scallop contour dies, and I used this. So let's just show you how quick and simple this can be. So here's your kit. This is what you're going to get. And sometimes it is just really hard to figure out, like, oh, I want a big sentiment, you know, or maybe you need to do a fast card, or, you know, maybe you're having a class if you're a demonstrator and you want to do a card for beginners, something that's not too difficult. So let's do the inside. Again, I'm going to take some of this cute polka dot. This is from that Celebrate Everything post pack. And I always add your little cute and accent piece to the white before you add it here, because if you did this and then added it, now you need to get that cut off. And I like to send them just a little bit early for you, I mean longer for you, so you can deal with that. Let me get my heat tool out of the way here. All right, so let's just, and another thing about the silicone, see how my tape didn't come out? Start it off on your silicone mat and then bring it down. And then you'll lift up and there's just that little tiny bit and boom, your card's done and taped, and that silicone just helps. I'm gonna throw this in your bucket here, Nancy Lee, so I don't lose it. I remember who got what. All right, so let's put this right on here. Okay, and now again, let's trim that off. And now we're going to adhere the whole thing on. I like to go all the way around. I know there's some people that just put a little tape here, a little tape here. My luck, I would just slide my nail or something underneath and pull the whole layer up, and so I just don't like to do that, but it holds, trust me, the glue holds just fine. But my husband would say, yeah, I know, you just want to buy more glue so you can earn the next trip. And it is a new year for us, so yep, now I'm on to earning my next trip, I hope. I hope. So that was the trip we didn't get to take. Remember, we were going to go to Mexico and we didn't get to go because of COVID. So next year, hopefully, I'm going to Mexico. All right, so you know how I like to layer things up and do my own thing first. Where are my embellishments? Where did they go? Uh-oh. Oh, here they are, in the bag still. That's the first place you should look. Make sure you get everything out of the bag. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and we're just going to add this because this is all popped up, but this isn't. This can just go straight on there. So I don't put glue around the outside. I just go right on the inside. What's my favorite color? Wait, now what's your favorite colors? It's your birthday. My favorite colors, you know, it's such a hard question because are you talking Stampin' Up colors? Or I always ask my, he's always like, well, what is your favorite color? I go, well, if you're talking flowers, clothes, cars, everything's different. Like I love pink, but I wouldn't drive a pink car. You know, that kind of thing. So I love all colors. Green, I love greens. If I had to choose a Stampin' Up color, I really, really like Tahitian Tide because I love turquoise, but I love Pool Party and Coastal Cabana. I would say probably Coastal Cabana, which is probably why my bedroom, my craft room is Coastal Cabana color. Okay, so now for this, because it's such a nice bold sentiment. So yeah, polished pink, Coastal Cabana, those kind of colors I absolutely love. Those would be probably the pink and the teal color. Now, you know, I always like to put my ink right there. I'm going to put this right here. Again, I mentioned this. This is from Stampin' Storage. It's hard to see it, but it is a magnet. Oh, let me show you, just so you know. It's a magnet, and I love using it with the red rubber especially. Okay, it's a magnet, but it's also, it's just thin enough to give that little extra height when you're doing your stamping. So we're going to put this in the corner, and I'm going to add this just to keep it there. We're kind of up high, so I'm just actually going to turn it a little bit. And I'm just going to put that right on the edge. All right, so now what I did is I moved my stamp to the top because I want space at the bottom, right? And so I want to add something at the bottom, an embellishment. So you could use greenery or leaves. Maybe you want to do it down the side. It depends on the size of your sentiment, okay? So this one is Bermuda Bay, which it looks like I did not take that color out. So here we go. Bermuda Bay. And so we're just going to do a nice bold sentiment. Now, why I'm using the Stamparatus is because it's such a big sentiment, just in case I don't get a spot. Okay, so we're just going to put this down, and I just cleaned my, oh, here it is. I'm like, oh, I can find it. I just cleaned my desk off, but this is what I love using. All right. And there is a link below if you guys like these. She's actually a Stampin' Up person too. Okay, so look how pretty that came out. All right, so now that's all we need to do with this. And so now we're just gonna lay that there. Let me just put my paper back. I like to put a piece of paper here just because you know how sometimes things have like a little residue on them. I just don't want them on my stamp. And I'll clean that after. Move that over here. Okay, so there was that. So that's our nice big sentiment. Now what we're going to do is I gave you two little pieces of paper. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring in, okay, so this sentiment right here is from Good Feelings. Nice big bold sentiment. So that's this one here. And then we're going to use our flowers of friendship, and we're going to use our leaves and the little flower. And that's where this is going to come in, okay? So what we're going to do is use our memento. And we're going to go with our pink first. Let's just do that. Now what I like to do is kind of figure out which way this goes. But since this is a square, we're going to do it in the middle. It's really not going to matter. So we'll just ink it up. Good. And even on our Stamparatus, we didn't need to restamp it, which was really good, but I like to do it on that just to make sure I get a good, these are new ink pads, so that's probably why. Okay, so on here, we're gonna do, think about this. This is the large one, so I'm gonna put this on the left side, all right, with the point in, because that's what your die is like. I mean your punch, and it's angled a little bit. See how it's angled a little? So that's what I would do. Oh man, Nancy Lee, that's the best. I don't drink coffee, but I love coffee candy. I love the smell of coffee, coffee candles, coffee ice cream. I love all that. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, and then for this one, we're gonna go the opposite way. So again, I don't need a template. I'm not doing just one of these, so I'm not too worried about a template. I do have one in my stamp set. Oh, sorry. All right, so I'm going to set those aside. And now we're going to use I might need a post-it note, and I should have thought it'd make your guys' papers longer. Sorry about that, because you're going to get the length of this also. So I'm just going to put it right here, and let's just play with it and see where we're at. Oh, sorry. Ugh, sorry about that. All right, so let's put this towards the bottom. Oh, I have a tickle in my throat. All right, let's see if this matches. So we need to bring it down a little bit more, just to see if this is the way we're going to punch it. I should have made your papers longer. I apologize. I really need to bring it down for, okay, you know what we're going to do is we're just going to cut off a piece right here. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't even eaten anything. I don't know why I'm... All right. So we're going to just put it in and see if this is the right way, and that looks like it is. So see, just get it in there. And we're going to punch it like this. So we have our flower. Don't forget to take your Post-it note off because you don't want your adhesive stuck to that and then it come off. So there's your flower. And now we're going to do our leaves. So for our leaves, we're going to need, okay, so did you see how this one almost got caught? So let's just do this. All right, so we have one large one here. So there's our leaf. And then I'm just going to take it over here and do the small one. There's our small. And then again, our small. And then our large. So however you can do it. This is Parakeet Party and Polished Pink. All right. So there's that. And now let's play with this. So we're going to take our flower like I normally do and just do a little bit of curving and kind of make it look like a flower and not a flat piece of paper. And use your piercing tool or whatever you have. For these, I just like to kind of just go in the middle, and it just really adds just a little bit. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. All right, just kind of go straight down the middle. You're just adding a little bit of texture. It's whatever you want. All right, so what I did is I'm going to take dimensionals. Oops, look backwards. Let's see. I think I could probably put a full size one on the bottom of the flower. Let's take a look. Yep. I'm going to put a full size one on the flower. All right, so we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to put little ones on the ends here. Okay, so not all the way to the end, but kind of down like a third up from the bottom. All right, so just do like a third up. So it kind of holds your leaf well, but it doesn't have to be all the way to the top. This one's a little more, wherever it starts to fit the full width is good. All right, now what I did is I did the large ones on the top and this small one in the middle. So let's take this off. Let's just think. What I did is I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 on each side. So right above this is my flower. So I just put the tips of the petals right on the stitching on the bottom. Okay, and then where did the sentiment come from? It came from, it's called Good Feelings. Good Feelings. Yeah, if I miss your guys' question, please ask again or something. I don't want to miss it. Okay, and then I'm just going to add this right back here. Doesn't have to be all the way, but I just kind of make it towards the middle. And then we're going to layer this one up just a little bit over it. Okay, so just kind of like that. However you want to do it. Whatever works for you. We'll do that one there. And I'm going to go up. You could also lift this because there's nothing under it. And I just like to layer them over each other a little bit just so it kind of looks together. And now we're going to bring in our gems here. Again, glossy dots. I love them, especially for bright cards. So much fun. And then we're going to put that in the middle there. And, oops, no, we got to put our dimensionals here. Notice these, I come in a little bit because I don't want the card to sink in the middle. All right. So it's simple, you know, find a paper that you like, pull out the colors that you like in it, and add something just simple to accent your sentiment. Really your sentiment is your main focus here, but you notice I didn't add any ribbon because I thought that this was just enough right here to just, you know, have such a nice focal point, but your sentiment, and then of course this beautiful paper in the background. So you can make this as bold as you want. Any paper in those host sets are really, really nice because you can really, you know, show them up and do all kinds of different things. Notice I used the pink inside to just make it a little bit different. I don't always add a layer on the inside if the card is colored, but this is fun. Even though it's sending sunshine and good feelings your way, it could be a happy birthday card. It could be thinking of you. It could be good luck today. I mean, it could be all kinds of things. So this is just, you know, a fun card that could be for many, many things. If I would have thought about it, I probably would have done all birthday cards today. But yeah, you guys wanted to see Christmas, so there is a Christmas one coming. So anyway, there we go. That is card number 2. Quick and simple, yet it's just really nice with that big, bold font, some fun colors, and add, you know, a little bit right there. Just make that pop. If you don't have this, because I gave you, you saw the squares I gave you. If you don't have that stamp set to do your flower, choose any flower that you have. Something you can put. You could put seashells down there. You could put whatever you want. As far as your big sentiment, if you don't have a larger sentiment, you can always take a square that is your, you know, stitched rectangles or whatever, or squares or whatever you have, and you can pop up a smaller sentiment if you wanted and put a bigger item down here, you know, but still you'll have this paper in the background. I still, you know, I'm giving you both of these dies and some paper. But, you know, you can do what you want. You can also take our Stamparatus and do some repeating words right here. Maybe it's, you know, happy, 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 or whatever we've got. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, fill it up and then put your embellishment. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, even if you don't have the stamp set or the flowers. You might have another little flower punch or something that you could use with those colors, and it still goes with this color. So hopefully that kind of helps you with some different ideas. Okay, that is card number 2. Yay! Now it's time for some bingo. Are you guys ready? Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. You guys know, I know you guys watch a lot of channels and you know how important those are for our channel. I appreciate that very much. Me too, Lisa. Sometimes it's just a perfect sentiment. I mean, look at how cute these are. Even you have a big thank you. I'm just so happy for you. You're on my mind and in my heart. That's adorable. I have a friend right now that I'm going to send a card to with that. Hip, hip, hooray. Super cute. This would be really cute with that cocktail set. I mean, there's so many different things that I can think of that those would go really good with. Thank you, guys. All right, let's play some bingo and give some more birthday prizes away. All right, so here we go. Make sure you're on live chat still, didn't change on you. Number 23. I'm going to go a little faster on the first few, so 27 and 20. So I'll do the first three lickety split, and then let's all right, the next one, lots of bees. 22. Oh, thank you so much, Shelly. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Shirley. I love bingo night. Boy, did I miss last month. You guys, the ones that had already paid, thank you so, so much for transferring your bingo to this month, because I was sick. My whole house was sick. We got to travel 24 hours in a car to get home while we were sick. It was great. But I think even though I was getting better fairly quickly, I think I just needed the break. And just to get better, because that COVID just kind of lingers on. All right, so we have Jan with the BI and Leslie. Next number is a 1. So all 5 of the birthday gifts are the same, like I said, but you might get a different color of the crazy press. Might be a different color, and I think if you, I mean I think even the embellishments are probably the same. I don't remember. Number 9. Denise with the BI now. Leslie. Patricia. Ooh, BIN for Leslie. All right, the next number is a 26. Get this out of my way for my next project. 26. BIN for Patricia. Okay, the next number, ooh, Leslie, BING. Next one is a 4. Barbara has a BIN. Jan with the BIN. Number 30. Number 30. Well, that brought up a lot of bees. Denise BIN, Mary BIN, Mary. Next, 19. All right, Cheryl with the BI, Patsy with the B, BING for Jan. Dolores B, Jackie B.I., Katrina, Katie with the B.I. Number 6. Number 6. Dana has a B-I-N. Yay, Eileen's on the board. Dolores B-I. Shelly B-I. All right. Next number, 17. All right, we got some BIs coming up now. Ooh, Barb's with a B-I-N-G. All right, number 29. Got to be getting close. We've got like four B-I-N-Gs, I think. Remember, the first person that says bingo gets the big prize. And then the others can take a consolation, or they can continue on for another bingo if they would like to try that. Ooh, Mary's got a B-I-N-G. Jackie with a B-I-N. All right. Continuing on. Number 5. Number 5. Nancy Lee has a B-I. Anybody else? Kathy? And Perry? Oh, another B-I-N-G with Jackie. All right, here we go. Oh, Leslie has a bingo. I'm watching to see if anybody else does. Let me find my papers here. Leslie has a bingo. Let's see. 1, 5, 9, 22, and 27. There you go. Leslie has a bingo. Great job, Leslie. Okay, Leslie is the only one I see. So let me write hers down here. Congratulations. 0 numbers, Pam. Boy, does that happen, right? Story of my life. That's why I'm doing it, not playing it. Next one, Pam. Maybe next one's yours. All right, Leslie, congratulations. I'm going to just move those aside for now. And let's do birthday prize. So remember, even if you win bingo, you get a birthday prize if you are drawn. You can only win one time. So I already took Nancy's name out. Yay, Nancy, already won. Okay, this bingo is now closed. I just saw Leslie and that was it. Shake them up for next time. Okay. Here we go. Birthday winner. Let's see. Birthday winner. And the winner is 1 ticket. Pam. Pam, guess what? Winner, winner. You may not have won bingo, but you get a birthday prize. I'm going to tape these to my paper. That's what I'm going to do. Uh-oh. All right, so congratulations, Pam. Yay, you may not have won a bingo, but you got a birthday prize. How exciting. That is 2 of them. Woo, woo, woo. You're welcome, Wesley. I know, Pam. How crazy was that? You know what? Let's do a second one because we've got 5, right? So we'll do another one right now. So number 3 right now, and then we'll do the next 2 after each bingo. All right, one more right now. Yay, Pam's. No numbers, but how excited. Oh, good. Okay, this person, Eileen Briggs. Eileen, number 3. Yay. Number 3 is Eileen. I should show it a little better. Eileen with my sloppy writing. I hope you're still on here, Eileen. You get your birthday prize. So I have you guys all taped on my list now. So congratulations. All right. That is our first 3. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, I love giving stuff away. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so again, those are going to be packaged in your kits. So expect those. You'll get those with your kits. Okay, so we still have 2 birthday prizes, 2 cards, and 2 bingos left. So let's move on to card number 3. And this is also with our Texture Chic. So here we go. All right, so this is card number 3. A super fun card again with beautiful paper and texture. Look at all this texture. We've got bricks. We've got our flowers. This is our Time Worn back here. And I had some extra strips of some projects. This was from the first project. And then this is, I do, Terry, and you don't get a car, and you don't get a car. Oh, I wish. Wouldn't that be nice to just give cars away? So these were from the other one. And then this, of course, is more gorgeous paper from there. And I wanted a bunch of texture and a lot of fun stuff. So let's get busy. So here is project number 3. And we are going to pull this out. Again, if you guys could give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you guys subscribe. I am trying to build my channel, of course. So if you could and would, that would be fabulous. All right, so I'm gonna tell you really, really quickly the difference, because I've been asked this a couple of times. The difference between subscribing and clicking the bell. When you go in your YouTube, if you subscribe, you're going to have a list on the left-hand side, and those are the channels that you've subscribed to. So if you find somebody that you enjoy and that you like, subscribe to them. Now when you go on your YouTube, you can go to your list to the left and just watch who you want to, who is your favorite, who are the people that you watch all the time. That's what subscribing is. If you click on the bell, that's what's going to give you a notification. So that's going to say, hey, Marcie's doing a live, or Marcie just went on live, or Marcie just posted a video. You're going to get notifications. So if you don't want notifications, don't click the bell. But if you'd like to have the subscribe list and have your people over to the left, that's when you want to subscribe. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense to you on how that works. All right, so you're going to pull everything out of your kit, and let's just set this aside right here. We're going to set that there, and let's work on the inside of our card. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is take our white piece of paper. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in masking paper. You can use whatever you want. I was going to show you with just a scratch piece of paper. Like, I like to use my grid sheets for something like this because it's super thin. Where do you find the thumbs up? It's right below the picture. You'll see a little thumbs up, a little black thumbs up with a number next to it, and you just click on that. And then a little bit below, it'll say subscribe, and that's where you can subscribe. Thank you for asking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a little piece of this. This is, I believe, 3 3/4 because I have a larger piece here, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to take this and go 3 3 1/4. And I don't care that I'm doing the whole sheet because that's mostly what I'll be using smaller pieces for, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually also going to, because see, this has a sticky thing that you take off the back. But I am going to just do, oh, what did I do? Oh, wrong size. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little piece of this off. So we're just going to do about this big. So it's 3 3/4. I want the width of my card, and I just need enough to where I'm going to stamp on the bottom, and I don't want it to go up above. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I don't want it to go above. I want it to stay on the bottom. So I'm going to put this back in my kit, in my package. So in here, this is where you get 12 sheets, and you get quite a bit. I ordered a bunch, and I'm like, it's taken me forever to get through it because it just lasts forever. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my grid paper here like I do. And then I'm just going to peel this off, except there's no broken piece right here because I didn't cut it the right way. You just pull this off like that, okay? So masking paper, it's sticky, but it's not going to mess up your project. You could always just put it on your skin and take it off if you think it will. But basically, you're just kind of masking off a section of your card. So I'm going to mask off about there, which is 3/4 of an inch. Okay, now I'm going to go bigger than that. Okay, see how it just comes off? I'm going to do a whole inch because what I'm putting down there is a good size stamp. So I'm going to line this up, and then I'm going to go right to the line there to the edge and come over here and go. Now that I curled it, take it off, it's going to get all curly on me. And go to my edge right about there. So that's close enough. Okay, so that's close enough. I'm not too worried about it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the stamp. So this is from our Season of Chic. Okay, so we're going to do it right here. And this is what you're going to do with your at the bottom. And we're just going to stamp it and put just a little bit of color. If maybe you don't have an extra piece of DSP that matches, or maybe you just want to do something a little bit different. So we're just going to take Pale Papaya, and we are just going to stamp off. Okay, so you can just stamp as much as you want, as little as you want, and just create your paper like that. I'm going to do a little bit right there, and I'm going to do just a little right there. Okay, now what I did that last one is I pressed this down and left the rest up, even though it would have stamped on here. I didn't want to chance it going over. Okay, now we can take this off, and now you have this pretty image down at the bottom with your flowers, but it doesn't have to be. Now I could still go in right there. It looks white right there, so I'm just going to add like a little tiny stamp right there. So there is your inside of your card. All right, so it's simple. I don't know if that's wet. I don't think it is, but we're going to move it over. All right, so let's put our adhesive. Now you could always add stuff. You know how I add like like a little line right there of some paper. Like, you could put this color or whatever you want, but I think that enough is fine. And that paper you could hold and use it again if you had, you know, more projects that you were doing at one time. Okay, this one's going to get some DNA because I have a hair on it. There we go. All right, so let's just put that in. So that just makes it a little bit different. It adds just a little bit of a different, you know, design to it. So let's move that over now. And now let's pull in our layers and see what we're going to do. So this has the time worn embossing folder, which I just love. And then we're going to take our DSP, which this is what I chose here. And I believe the DSP is 5 by 3 3/4. Okay. And then the brick, this piece here, is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so we're going to just put this, and of course this one here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of angle this however which way you want. I'm going to go this way. So even though this is on embossing, you could probably get away with putting tape because you're layering so much stuff on top of it, but you know how I like to put liquid on top of embossing. I just want to make sure it's going to get in all the little grooves and hold well. So I'm going to use liquid. And I'm just going to go corner to corner like that, and corner to corner, just to kind of make sure it's on all the way on the paper. Okay. Now we're going to take our brick. I'm going to give you 3 pieces, and these are for your little flags right here. Okay, so you can figure out however you want it. These are kind of long. I don't know that they would fit full length. They probably would, but it would take up your whole card. So you want to go this way, you know, the shorter way. So take your flags and just make a little banner out of them. So there's one. I mean, you could do them all 3 at one time if you'd like. Like I'll do these 2. You could have done 3. It's DSP, it's thin. Put them all together. Go like that, and like this. Okay, so now you have all your flags. So it just depends on your length that you want them and your height. But what I would do now is take your flags and put the tips on your line. Okay, so we're going to put one up here, and let's put it right up to that line. This one up to that line. So just kind of line them up, and this one up to this line. Okay, and now take a look at them. Put your paper up here and kind of see where they're going to go. I want them a little closer, so just move them up so they're a little apart from each other. But I want my tips to be on one line, right? So that you can have them all line up right. And they don't have to be perfect, but that's helpful. All right, so here's your brick. We're going to put our adhesive right there, and I'm just going to go ahead and put seal, because we're going to also add dimensionals to pop this up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go right to that dark line there, and I'm just going to go straight down just like that. And if they're not perfect, that's okay. They're very, very close by doing it like this. So now you've got all your banners on there, and let's pop up our dimensionals. So now you can see with all these little pieces and all these kits, it's time consuming. That's why I like to have a cutoff date, so it gives me enough time to put my kits together. So let's make sure we add those. I like to add some towards the middle a little bit more, so this doesn't sink in like right here. You don't want it to sink in. All right, so we can add these. Doo-doo. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate it very, very much. All right, so let's take this and we're just gonna go sideways. You just want to make sure your banners and everything are on your card. So just like that. Oops, I got banners thrown over here. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and do our sentiment while we're right here. Now, what I would suggest if you're doing a lot of these is take your punch and punch out in the middle of a piece of paper. Okay, and then put that paper in your Stamparatus. Punch these out with white. Take your punch and just punch out however many. Let's say you need 20. Just punch 20 out. Put your template in there. Add this in there and stamp it. And then I like to take my pokey tool. I just pick it up like this and set it aside. I put another one in and just keep doing them. It's much easier than, you know, taking your punch, and especially a die. Punch is a little easier, but it's just really easy to do it that way. All right, so we're going to bring in this a little note with biggest thanks. Now, because I can't stamp for you, I can choose whatever sentiments I want, and you know, that goes with the set, or maybe it's something that I like that what it's going to go towards, and I wanted to do a thank you card. So this one is from Plentiful Plants, and it's a little note with biggest thanks. I just love these sentiments. They're really, really nice, and so I thought that would be really cute with this one. So look through what you have and kind of decide what sentiment, you know, looks like what you want to use for that. And we're going to use Soft Succulent because it's a fun color that I think will make this pop. And we're going to hope that we're doing it nice and straight since we're free-handing this one. So I like to just put this right on the line. I'm looking at the bottom and the top, just making sure the bottom and the top are right in the middle of that same column. And now my head's probably going to get in the way. Besides that I have something stuck on my block. All right. And now I'm looking at this line here, these two straight lines at the edge of this punch. Let's see if you guys can see. Okay, so see right here where that straight line is? That's where I want this text to go. So I'm just going to kind of stick my head over this. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, I can't see the two sides. Okay, so when I put this on the block, I wasn't thinking, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. When I'm like this, I cannot see the sides because you know how this is beveled, which I love, but I'm going to switch my block so I can show you why I do that. Okay, so I'm going to put my stamp down on my counter. I know you can't see me, but it's on the counter so I can take my stamp and just pick it up. Okay, now look. See, now I can see the side of my die. And I know that it's very important to keep your block about the same size as your stamp. Kind of keep it together so that it's not too big and you don't rock it and all that kind of stuff. But I want to see where I'm stamping. I want to make sure that it's even and centered. So now I can see my B and my S right where I want it to be. And I'm going to stamp. Okay, see what I mean? How the B and the S, it goes straight across. I'm going to put stones up there, so I'm okay that it's down a little farther than what you would think I would want it. So sometimes you do want to go with a little bit larger block. All right. So we're going to put this aside so that it's dried completely. Let's bring this back in, our card. And now we can go ahead and add this to our card because we're going to just layer up. There's no ribbon or anything like that. So I'm fine now adding this on top. So we're going to take glue because this is embossed, of course. And so I want to make sure that it adheres really well to our card. And we know how fabulous this glue is, right? Now this is a full front, so it's not cut down, so I'm going to make sure I get to the corner, and I get to the corner, and I'm going to pull up a little right there, and that's good. So now I just kind of put it down, make sure like this is, I could slide this a little bit. Okay, so now I think it's on there nicely. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is our bow. So I did your bow for you. We are going to just add it right about there. Let's go ahead and put our sentiment on first so we can get positioning. Our ink dries so fast, I just like to set it aside for a minute. All right, here we go. All right, so let's put that. And now this, you're just making sure that your edge right here is parallel with your card. And you can have it as far up or as far down as you want. I'm going to go right about there. Okay, so that's good. And then I'm going to put my bow probably right about there. So I need my glue dots. Oh, thank you, Nancy Lee. And I like to, on cards, I've been adding a little bit of glue under my bows. I just don't want them falling off, and it depends on the weather. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot, and glue dots can either get cold or get warm. So what I did with this bow is I took a bow and I made it on my fingers how long I wanted it, and then I folded it up and I cut it straight down the middle. But you have to be really careful because you can just cut a chunk off. So if the phrase will be out, it's going to look tattered, but that's okay. That's the look. And so we're going to put the bow on there, but then I'm going to add just a tiny bit of glue. I've been adding just a little bit. I think it might be to do with the heat. So I just add just a little bit because you know that glue is going to hold forever. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is we are going to glue our thing. So you're going to get 3 leaves. So they're big or small. You're either going to probably get 2 large and a small, or 2 small and a large. So whatever you get, this one happens to be 2 small and a large. And you can just put them wherever you want them. I'm just kind of deciding what I want to do. And I'm just going to put that just like that. So I'm going to just add these in. Okay, so I just go straight up the middle. There's no need to do your leaves. Just make sure it's on the brick that holds it. And then just make sure your leaf is on the card and not sticking outward. All right, and I'm going to do this one right here. And that's just for looks. We're going to trim this bow down a little bit. And then this one, this stem, it's sticking out. I'm going to shove it under a little bit. That was that stem. You don't have to go all the way to the edge, the tip of your leaf, but you want to put a decent amount on there. And then I'm just going to stick that like right here. All right, so just kind of put them on wherever you want them. And then you're going to get 3 flowers, okay? So the first flower, I just do a little bit down each leaf, the bigger parts of your flower, okay? And then just layer it however you want it. This one's going to come up onto the bow a little bit. And then just pull your tails out. Like this one, I'm going to pull over. It's just kind of snuggled in there. This one's a smaller one. I'm going to put it kind of tucked in right there. This is that smaller. Now these are the flowers from the Textured Chic. I love this die set. I'll show it to you in a second. Oh boy. Can somebody report that troll? See if I can remove them. Okay, hopefully they're removed, you guys. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm just going to tuck this one right up to the base of the bow there and lay it down. And then this one I'm just going to kind of bring it out and up here, and it'll be on the leaf. And again, you can, bend your leaves or your petals or whatever you want, however you want to do it. All right. And then this one I'm just going to put right up here. I don't know why I have this tickle in my throat tonight. Do you guys like the closer view or the more out view? Just let me know. All right, so there's that. There's this. We're going to cut this a little bit. It's, whatever your preference is. It's going to go in your envelope and you can just tuck it in. I usually like to go the length, to the card, but this one's kind of outward and that's fine. I don't care. That looks good. Oh, goodness. Okay, now we just need our embellishments. And you're going to have enough. You're going to have 2 medium, 2 small, and 3 large. The 3 large we're going to take and put them on our flowers. This one you're going to tuck right in because it's a smaller one, but you can't really tell that because it looks like it's under the bow. I'm going to do a medium down here, a medium right here, and then the small ones I'm going to do right here, and then I'm going to take this one and just go up here. I just had to do 5 on here, or what did I do? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on here because I just, you like the closer. Okay, good. So I find myself going up that way a little bit, so just scream at me when I need to pull it down. So there is that card. It's got that beautiful gold from the textured chic paper. I added just a little bit of the distressed paper. I love that gold paper. And again, this is just from the reverse side of this paper. So as you cut your paper out and you have little pieces, then that's where the flowers came from. The green, of course, too, is also from the paper in the set. And then the pink is also from the paper, but it's the same one that we used on card number 1. And of course, this is Pale Papaya, the colors. And we used 2 embossing folders. And this punch is called Label Me Lovely. I love that punch. And these are the iridescent jewels. So I love the distressed paper too. And I think it just goes so pretty with the textured chic with the gold in it. So that is card number 3. So you guys, a lot of you were really liking the textured chic and wanted to see that one a lot. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to do 2 cards with it during bingo so that you can kind of see a couple different examples of cards. And what's fun with this is turning, your layers, different ways and stuff. I think that's kind of fun. It just adds another element of interest, when you look at it. And then of course you have your inside. And like I said, you could take this paper. I wouldn't use these. Those are just a little bit of an accent that goes with the pink and stuff. But I would take this one and put it in and take a little tiny, tiny strip of your gold and just go right across the top of it. Would be really pretty too. So just a thought there. So I was trying to think of some colors I hadn't used. I hadn't used Pale Papaya a lot, and I thought, ooh, this is one I really wanted to do. So card number 3. All right, time for bingo again. Are you guys ready? Who is going to be the winner? We have 2 bingos, 3 birthday prizes done. Trying to move my stuff away out of the side here a little bit so I don't lose anything. Move, 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 move everything. Okay, bingo number 3. Shirley, down below in the link it says November bingo, and you can go there and sign up. Once you get there, you're going to see a picture, and it's the text below. You want to fill it all out. You can pay and everything there. If you don't have PayPal, it still takes your credit card through PayPal. So you don't. A lot of people think you have. Oops. You know what? I got to go back out. A lot of people think you have to have PayPal to pay, and you do not. It's just a program that you pay through. Oh, good, Nancy Lee. I would love to see your guys' cards. All right, 22 is the first number, everybody. 22. The next one is 4. Let me shake, shake, shake. Oh, I have been working on my swap cards for on stage. And the Trip Achievers are doing a swap too. So I have a lot of projects going. My room looks like a tornado hit it. Oh, good, Perry. I'm glad. All right, number 20. You're welcome, Shirley. Number 19. Sure, Denise. Just let's see. Yeah, you can just go in and register yourself, and then go back in and register her. Just put her name and her numbers on the registration form, and then just pay again separately, because it's your choice is only one bingo. So I think you just go in a second time and put her information in. That'd be great. Yeah, next month, you guys, I'll show you again in just a second here. Number 24, what next month's bingo is going to be. It is going to be a really, really great bingo. We're doing 12 of the Memories and More cards and envelopes, and it's going to be Lights Aglow and Handmade Wishes are the 2 main things we're using. But like I said, I provide all the DSP and stuff. It's just the sentiments that you can change up. And I'll punch the Handmade Memories or Handmade Wishes punch for you, and you can add whatever sentiment if you don't have it. Number 12. And I would love for you guys to come back on this bingo when the video's over. Please don't put it in the chat, because it's hard for me to go back and read all of the stuff. I do go back and glance through it, but let me know what you'd like to see on next in December's bingo, what you would like to see. Trina has a BING already. Look at you. Okay, so number 12 was the last number. 28. Yeah, Katie, that's the whole thing is it's 12 cards. You guys could divide it up and give 6 out as a gift to somebody and keep 6. Do 2 gifts, 6 each, or you could just do the whole 12 for somebody. Or 8 for somebody and keep 4, whatever you want. All right, lots of BIs, BINs. All right, here we go. Number 11. I think they're going to be great cards to add to, you know, cookies or toss in a little gift bag or a coworker or a neighbor or whatever if you are, you know, if you make cookies or give a treat to somebody or so it's not all food related, you know, it's not like here I baked this for you or, you know, it's a whole mixture of a lot of different types of holiday things. Number 5. Number 5. Next number is 26. Ooh, Carol has a B-I-N-G. Ooh, that almost just went right by me. I just saw it. Couple B-I-N-Gs. I'm going to slow down just a bit. The closed captions gives me a little bit of a lag. And you guys are getting close, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here and going too fast. All right, 26. Next number, 27. Ooh, Jan has a B-I-N-G. Olivia has a B-I-N-G. All right, we've got, I don't know, 4 of them. 1, 2, yeah, I think 4 now. All right, so after 27, we have 23. 23. All right, 23 just came up. Let's see. Ooh, Jackie now with the bing. Remember, the first person that does bingo, make sure your chat is on live chat and you have your video all the way pulled to current. All right. All right, Katie, 14. Katie wants lower numbers. Anybody with a 14? All right, Cheryl got a B. All right. Oh, another B. Nancy Lee's got a number. Yay. All right. Oh, sorry, guys. 30. Not a lower number. I appreciate you guys being a little patient on the delay with the closed caption. It does put a little more of a delay on there. 2 of my numbers all night. Oh, gosh. Dolores. Let me shake it up, you guys. Shake them up. Oh, Denise got a B-I. Patsy a B-I-N. Mary B-I-N. Dana B-I. B-I-N. Thank you, Lisa. All right, here we go. Let's try for a low number then. 7. 7's a pretty good low number. Anybody win on that? All right, there's a 7. Bing for Mary. Oh, Trina's got a bingo. Yay, Trina. Okay, let's check it. All right, Trina. Let's see. We have a 4, a 7, 4, 7, 12, 20, 12, 20, and a 24. Okay. Oh, 24, right there. Congratulations, Trina. Yay! Trina won bingo number 3. Let's see. All right, congratulations. Now we've got to give out some birthday prizes. I don't see anybody else. So let's get this put aside. Yay, congratulations, Trina. This bingo's closed. It's the only one I see. So we will shake those for next time. And let's do a birthday giveaway. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Can't grab the ones on the bottom. I want to shake them up. All right, here we go. One winner is Patsy Moffat. Patsy, I know your F's came out funny, but it's Patsy Moffat. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I'm going to tape you on here so we don't lose you. And then we have one more birthday gift to get away, birthday prize. One more bingo, one more card. Yay, Patsy, congratulations. Okay, so card number 4. Oh, really quickly, somebody was asking about November bingo. Here's just a quick little sneak peek. It is going to be 12 cards and envelopes. And it's lights aglow and a handmade wishes are the 2 items I'm going to be using. The main items, I should say. Again, you don't really need anything. The stamp sets are nice because you could use the sentiments to go along with it. But I send you all the DSP and all that kind of good stuff, so don't worry about that. Okay, so again, for November bingo, there's a link below. You could just click on it, register and pay because you want to make sure I get your numbers and your address and all that good stuff. All right, so let's go to card number 4. So this is card number 4. Again, this is, I believe, called an accordion card. I do have some measurements I can give to you, but it's all over online. People have been making them a lot. So they're like this. So this is what we're doing. This lights aglow and this DSP, the whole suite. If you don't have it, it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Lisa. It is just so much fun. The paper is just, don't even ask how many packs of paper I have gotten from the set. So let's get busy. This is going to be your kit. Again, like I said, it's the accordion paper. I'll give you the measurements. So get a paper and pencil. If you, obviously you can go back and write this down. But you're going to start out with your card base. I'm going to move everything else to the side right now. Your card base here is 5 1/2 by 11, and you were going to score at 1 and 11/16, 3 and 3/8, 5 and 1/16, and then 6 and 3/4. Okay, and then on your inside, I believe this is the one that is 4 by 7 and scored at, no, this can't be right. Hold on. I wrote it down wrong. It is 4 by 7 and scored, oh, it's right, at 3.5. I'm like, that's not right, but yes, it is. Scored at 3.5. Your DSP on top of those are going to be 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Okay, so like that. So let's go ahead. We can put these on. So this is what it looks like. Let's put these on and I'll give you more measurements as we go. So let's put this panel on. You're going to have a gold piece here. You just want to make sure that it fits under your DSP and you can see all the pretty gold there. You want to be careful not to do, oh geez, let me get rid of this troll. I just don't get people's boredom in life. Okay, I'm reporting and getting rid of these guys. Hold on 1 second. And remove. Okay. Okay, so Sue, it looks like you are behind, so when you hear this, make sure you pull your bar up so the last bingo you're involved, because it looks like you're behind a little bit. Okay, so just make sure that, you know, this obviously fits, you know, the correct way. Okay. All right, so yeah, and this, you're right, exactly, Rebecca. This is a great way to use your DSP. I'm going to be trying to do a lot of those in the next few weeks on my videos because, you know, we all have a ton of DSP and I'm sure we all have a ton of holiday DSP. All right, so we're just going to score that down and let's just put our pieces on here. So I like to bring in my mat and let's go ahead. The trees are going to go on the front panel. So, oops. So we're just going to take this as our front panel and we're just going to put our trees right in the center, right there. Okay, we got a little bit of glue. All right, now this one, I use liquid glue because this is, I want it to adhere to this really well. So you're going to do it on your DSP because you have all those little polka dots on here, right? So I'm just going to go, and this is the reverse side of the trees. So I'm going to, I actually had a big project going and I used all of a certain color that I needed. And this was one of them that I used a lot of. And I went and a lady, she needed a different color because I went on the demonstrator site and said, all right, I need this paper, but I have a lot of other papers. And she was like, oh, I need a lot of this kind. Do you have that? I said, I do. So we traded because I have bought so much of this paper for all the different projects that I'm doing that I didn't have any more of the trees. And I wanted the trees for this, but also for another project I'm doing. And I was like, oh, I am not going to have enough. And if I bought more of this paper, I would be able to wallpaper my whole house. So, except with there's no trees. So, luckily she needed some other paper and I needed this. So that all worked out really well. All right, so now we're just gonna make sure. I'm gonna put a little extra up here because see my white is a little shorter. I just want to make sure that that top part gets on here. And this die, of course, is from that same set, that Lights Aglow. Oh my gosh, the whole suite is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the suite I'll be using next month. All right, so we can set this aside now. And now we're going to pull in this. So I gave you the measurements and the scoring. So you just want to make sure that this lines up nicely with this. So just make sure everything aligns up just so. And now let's bring in our papers. They're already all cut for you. So the first one, let's see where I'm at. The first one here, I'm going to lay them out just because something might be on the other side. So we have this one, then this one, then this one. See, these two are the same. Okay, those are the same. But I used the tree last because I'm using the tree on the front. So see how the tree's on the front and then it's back there. Trolls again. Okay, hold on. All right. Hi Vivian, how are you? Thanks for taking care of the trolls. I'm trying to darn things. Okay, so we have them in line the way we want them. Just make sure. So if you decide to do this card again and you're using a bunch of paper, this is really a good idea because you don't want to end up with the same of something, you know, on there. So let's go ahead and add our DSP so we can have everything taken care of. And the DSP for the front here, let me see if I have them on here. 5 1/4 by 1 3/8. So 5 1/4 by 1 3/8. Like I said, I didn't do a PDF for this because it's all over the internet. And so it's super easy to find. And it's all the same measurements. It's, you know, sometimes it's really hard to just find that card that's just not out there or hasn't been used in a long time because it's everybody has been doing, you know, these for so long. It's an oldie but a goodie, but it seems like it's really coming back right now. So, like I said, I have a folder with a bunch of old stuff in it, but it's kind of nice to look them up on the internet because I think a lot of people have updated or improved, or, you know, we have new tools now to use and it makes things a little easier. And so it's always good to kind of see what people are doing currently with that same pattern or whatever, you know, so that you know. Because it could be changed to improve. I remember watching a lady do a card from scratch. Like, she had no tools. It was like, it wasn't, obviously it wasn't Stampin' Up. It was just somebody that was creating something, and it was a long time ago, an old video, and I was like, oh my gosh, she just didn't have the tools, you know, that we do now. Terry, my plans. I'm going to, next week, I'm leaving to Texas. I'm going to my uplines. Okay, so here's a perfect example. Notice anything wrong with this one? This one is cut sideways. Not a big deal because this is going to glue onto it. But this one, I guarantee you that the trees were right side up. So I should have paid attention to that. I'm still going to attach it because this is going to go on like this, and I would probably be the only one that noticed it. But I'm telling you that that is why you want to check and double check. And I didn't think to look at the way the trees were going, and I should have, but that's okay. That's okay. But lesson learned. I did it to teach you guys. So now you know. All right, so yes, I'm going to Texas, and we go do a girls' retreat. We do like a birthday retreat, and we're going to eat and craft for 5 days. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. For 5 days, eat and craft and just have a whole lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So that it has been, this is our second year. Oh, sorry, my head was in the way. This is our second year of doing that. And it is going to be our traditional thing that we are going to do every year. And so when my husband asks me what do I want for my birthday, I'm like, I want my trip to Texas, and we stay in our pajamas or our comfy clothes, and we craft and craft and craft. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what I'm doing. And then my husband is taking me out to my favorite restaurant here in town. It's Italian. It's very good. All right, so there we go. There's that. All right, so you have all your DSP on there. And now let's do our sentiment. So we're going to do both of these sentiments. So we're going to bring in our circle right here, and then our white piece. I'm going to bring in again my pad here, and we're going to do our stamping. So we have this one here that all is merry and bright, and these come from the Brightest Glow. Again, this comes with the suite. So Brightest Glow, we're going to be using All is Merry and Bright. It fits perfectly in this circle. And then Hope Your Christmas Shines Bright with the love of family and friends. I think that's just a really nice sentiment. I like that it's bright. Again, this is part of that suite, and so you can use whatever sentiments that you have if you don't have these. Okay, so let's do this one first. Let's hope I can get it centered nicely. I would normally be doing this on the Stamparatus, but I'm only doing one, so let's just make it work. All right, so I'm going to stamp it once just to make sure it stamps nicely. And I'm going to ink it up. My head's probably going to get in the way. I'm going to pull this down towards me. And I like to look at the three little dots. I want them on the top and the bottom, so I just align them on the line so it's straight. Notice my block is a little bigger so that I can see it all the way around. So there's that one. We'll set that aside. Yeah, so we're going to dinner, and that's about it. I have been spending a lot of time crafting, so, which, you know, that's not really any different, but yeah, it is relaxing and fun. We are, except I'm taking more craft stuff than clothes because we have a lot of projects. I'm doing customer stuff and my Christmas cards, and we've done a lot of prep work here. We're going to really be assembling there a lot. Okay, so here's the next one. Hoping Your Christmas Shines Bright with the love of family and friends. I'm going to pop that one open. And I like to just make sure they have some room to sign. So, and I like to move my stamp around, make sure I get the inky spots. And I'm just going to go right there. Now, when I'm stamping, I'm looking at that long line, love of family, and I'm also looking here. So I like to look to make sure that, you know, the lines are fairly straight. I mean, it's not exactly perfect, I'm sure, but it kind of gives you the best way to kind of just make sure your love and family have the lines, you know, outside. So that works out really well. And of course the Stamparatus is the best way to do it, but for video and pulling that out all the time is, we don't need to do that today. Who's your upline that is hosting your group? Actually my upline is Sherry Waite, and it's not a team event. It's her and I are very close friends, and then one of my downlines, her and I have known each other since high school. We're very good friends, so we're all three good friends. and we're all celebrating. We all do a birthday celebration. So that's what we do. And we rent an Airbnb, and we found one that has 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's not a huge place. It just happens to be the perfect setting. It's like a condo, I think. And it's just a perfect setting for us. And it has a great dining room table and all that good stuff. So we play Hallmark movies, or what is it, GAC, whatever that other movie channel is. We do that, and we craft, and we cook dinner. I cook dinner one night, everybody cooks dinner one night, and then Sherry's husband actually brings us dinner for our birthday dinner. And we're actually there on Sherry's birthday. My birthday is when I return. All right, so then we're just going to put that there. It doesn't have to be centered low up, you know, whatever. This one I think I might have centered, you know, in the middle. I like this. I like it up a little bit more, I think. So I did that. This one, we are going to take this, and we're going to add this here. And so just kind of look at your circles wherever you want your die cut. Or this is a punch. This punch is, oh, I just had it. What did I do? It's the decorative circle. This one, decorative circle. So that's this one. And I just wanted to add a bunch more bling, so I thought to do this and put it in the middle, and then add this on top of it. So let's glue this. So we're gonna, oh, I like to poke the holes out. Make sure you poke your little holes all out, because you want to see that gold through it, right? And if you just take your fingernails, it's usually pretty easy to make sure those are poked out, because you want to see all the pretty gold. And now this is what I want the top to be for me. So it's whatever you want to be. It has that little hump right there, and that's what I'm going to put as the top. So we're going to add a bit of glue, because it's going to soak up into that glimmer paper. You can use tweezers if you want to hold it or whatever. So I'm just going to put it right there. And you can take this and kind of help it to, let's see, that's straight and that's straight, so this is not. See how I'm just putting my little pokey in the little circle here and turning it? There we go. All right. Good enough. And then we're going to add glue, and you could add adhesive. For motion cards, even though this is kind of a motion card, I just prefer to add glue, just so I know it's not going to go anywhere. All right, so right now I'm going to set this down and just add a block on it. I'm going to add 2 because it doesn't seem very heavy. Just for a second. All right. Is that bedazzled paper still? No, this paper is called glimmer paper, and it's that's actually, the name is glimmer paper, and it's got gold, vanilla, and evening evergreen. It's gorgeous paper. This is super sparkly. Oh, good. Oh yeah, you gotta get it. Yeah, it is the glimmer, and it all comes in one package. Yeah, Gian, it is a great birthday gift. We just have such a good time. It's a nice break. We get a lot of our stuff done, because when I'm home, I'm working on class stuff and videos, and you know, just to get my own Christmas stuff done is like, whew, okay, I got to get my Christmas stuff done. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and adhere this, and then I do the tree on the top after it's adhered, because that way it gets centered where I want it. You want this centered, so you're going to want to put liquid glue on here. So think about, you want to cover your sentiment there. So I'm going to go right about, I just want to make sure my sentiment's covered and it's kind of in the center. So what I do is I get it to about where I want it, which is right about there. So I'm looking at both sides, looking pretty even. The up and down part is not a big deal, other than you do want to cover that. So if you do want this exactly in the center, then you're going to want to move this down a little bit. So that's something to think about. But I'm good with this right here. And so I'm going to hold my thumb right here and know that I need to put glue below that. Okay, so I'm going to put glue right here. Okay, so again, we're going to take this, put it here. I'm going to go cover that up in the back. I'm going to slide this in to about where I think I need to go. I'm going to bring it in a little more, and then I'm going to let that go down. Okay, so now this is down. So you're looking here and over here to make it, you know, kind of even. I'm going to slide it up because I can see on camera that I'm down just a little too far. So before it's too late, oh, I got to grab it right though. Okay, so it might be a little too late. I should have looked at that from the get-go. I didn't. So slowly, now it's loosened. Okay, you want to twist it more than pull. So now I'm going to go back up. This is how you fix it. Hee hee. Okay. I want to make sure there we go. Okay, so that's good right there. So that's good. All right, now I couldn't see it from here because I'm at an angle, but when I looked over on the video, I could tell that I had that up there. So we got to look at that. All right, so now, you know, put your finger here and open up and know that you got to go on top of where your finger is at. And this glue is going to hold it really well, so don't worry about if it's you know, not all the way up to there. It'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to close this up. I want to make sure, and I'm fine down here. I thought I wanted to make sure that I didn't, when I moved this up, that this was okay. So that's fine. All right, now let's do our tree. So we have our embellishments and our star. And so just make sure that you have all of your little, I tried to poke them all out. There's a few. Oh, Nancy Lee, you're going to have to get it. So pretty. There's going to be a lot of that paper on your kit next month too. But of course I cut it and everything for you. So you don't have to get it, but you'll get to see it in person. All right, so now we're going to do this. Now, notice the bottom is on there, but the top of the tree is not. So just do like half of the top of the tree. I just do right below. That way it'll squish up a little bit. Oh, let's see. Sorry about that. So that way it'll squish up a little bit. And just kind of put it in there. I like to go down the edges of the tree. Just make sure you get the edges. And down here, there's not a whole lot of open spots. Okay, and then I just find some spots in the middle that they're not holes. Okay, now we're going to take our tree and put it just right what looks center. Make sure your top part goes center, so it's going to go outward a little bit. Oh, I put it to the bottom of the green. I'm going to move it up to the bottom of the DSP. So you have that little border down there. Okay, so now it's on there. And now you can open it and like this and make it flatter. It gives you a little bit of a work spot. And now let's take our little star and make sure your long ones are up and down. And you can change this up and add, you know, a bow or whatever you want on there. But adding that star, and it offsets just the top and the bottom. Put those straight, and then these just kind of offset. All right, so there's your star. And now I gave you, these are the festive pearls, which I absolutely love, the festive pearls. So I thought the gold, of course, would be the best. So just take these and put them wherever you want them. Kind of spread them out. I think I gave you one additional one. I don't remember. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 9 on here, and I think I gave you 10. So you can add another one if you want, or add it to the, you know, top of the tree or whatever. Because you could add that up there if you wanted to. Let's see. You could also add the red ones. I mean, any of the ones that come in the festive pearls goes with the set. So it's just, you'll see some of those too. All right, one more. And I will go ahead and take this one. We're just going to add it right in the middle of the gold star on the top. Just because I gave you 10, why not? All right, so there is the next card. That's our last card. And super simple. I mean, it's a lot of DSP. I mean, really, these, you just make sure when you put it on there that it's over this. Make sure you lay out your DSP. See, this one you really can't even tell. See? Because this layer goes over it. And if there was an issue, you could switch these. You know what I mean? Put this one in here. You're not going to see, no one's going to go, oh, look, she did it sideways. No. It just adds some fun. And there, it's not really too thick. It's a little thicker on this side. So you really don't want to do a whole lot of dimension. You know, I wouldn't add embellishments in here or anything like that, because you want, you know, this is a little raised because of these, but it's on the flat, you know, flatter side, whereas this is a little thicker. So you want to be careful of that. Okay, so there's a fun card. It sits up really great, and it's a great way to get rid of your DSP. So I mean, use your DSP. And you could really make this a whole lot of fun and do the candy cane one. Do candy canes on the front. You know, add a banner in here with the sentiment, or in here, and then do all the pretty candy cane papers. There's so many pretty papers for the candy cane that I think that would be a great set too. All of them would be so cute. Put the Santa on his little train, and then just kind of decorate each train maybe. But there's some cute paper with that too, so that's a lot of fun. Thanks, you guys. Thank you very much. So that is card number 4. So I'm going to put those aside. We'll review all the cards in a minute. But let's play bingo and give another birthday prize away. All right, bingo. Here we go. Are we ready? Let's do a bingo. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad you like them. All right, number 24. So the last I heard is a lot of people wanted to see more Christmas cards during regular videos. But I also want to know what you want in December's bingo. So give me some ideas of what, come back, leave a comment on this video, and that'll help me a lot. Number 11. Number 29. All right, we got a lot of bees. Oh, thank you, Trina. I appreciate it. I was so thankful you guys were so patient with me not having bingo last month with being sick. So thank you so much. Number 19. Oops. All right, lots of bees. All right, here we go. 14. 14. B-I-N for Jackie. Lots of B-I's. Ooh, a B-I-N. 28. 28 is my birthday. Must be a lucky number. All right, Katie's got a B, Pam's got a B. Number 13. Number 15. Ooh, Pam's got a B-I-N. Eileen and Patricia, both a B. Lots of B's. I'm slowing down a bit because of the lag. Ooh, Cheryl has a B-I-N. Kathy. All right, next number. 23. 23. Cheryl has a B-I-N now. And Kathy. Next number, 22. Ooh, Jackie has a B-I-N-G now. I sure miss playing bingo with you guys. Barb's in with a B now. Mary with the B-I. 30. Number 2. I don't think we've seen number 2 tonight, have we? Number 2. Ooh, Olivia's got a B-I-N-G now. B-I-N with Nancy. Nancy Lee. Patsy has a B-I-N. Mary. Jackie still has a B-I-N-G. Number 18. Let's see if that helps anybody. Number 18. We have one more birthday prize to give away. Ooh, Pam's got a B-I-N-G. Kathy has a B-I-N-G. All right, let's go again. Number 21. Number 21. See if that helps anybody win a bingo. I'm all excited. We have a time lapse, but I have a feeling maybe somebody will win. Lots of BIs popping up. Ooh, Dolores is now with the B-I-N-G. Oh, good. Sue's caught up. Good. B-I. Ooh, no bingos, huh? All right, let's get another one. Shake. Number 9. Number 9. Anybody at number 9 help you out? Ooh, Mary's got a B-I-N-G. Crystal, B-I-N. You guys are getting so close. All right, so number 9 didn't do it, huh? Okay. Number 10. Does number 10 help anybody? Number 10. Waiting oh so not patiently to see if somebody's gonna win. Number 10, number 10. I wait just a little bit because sometimes there's nothing and then all of a sudden it's like blah, 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 everybody starts typing. So I'm just waiting, but it looks like 10 did nothing for anybody. Nothing for number 10. All right, here we go. Number 20. Number 20. Remember, the first person that does bingo. See, now you guys, I can see that it's starting to pop up with number 10, and I've already called number 20. So if you call and it's the last number, that's okay. It's whoever calls bingo first that has a current bingo. So for example, if somebody calls on this number, but somebody else said they had it here, then it's been a while since before I called this number. Somebody should have called it. So make sure you call it as soon as you have it. All right, so Terry has a bing now, and so does Diane. Yeah, there are a few. All right, we just have a few numbers. Let's do 25. 25. Oh, Angela, you're going to love the kits. Ooh, Perry has a B-I-N-G. All right, you guys, there's a lot of B-I-N-Gs. Remember, it's the first person that calls it and has the numbers. So make sure you are ready. Make sure you are caught up on your video. All right, I'm going to go again. I'm just kind of waiting because of the time lapse. Don't want anybody to miss out. Number 12. Number 12. That's a good number. There should be somebody. Oh, Angela, no problem. I think you told me you were going to be traveling. I'm trying. Terry has a bingo. Woo woo. Terry won bingo. Let's look. Let's see. LMNNN. All right. Turn page. Terry, 28, 12, and 21. 12, 21, 28, 20, and 2. Congratulations, Terry. Yay. So Terry won bingo. Let me write that down. Terry, number 4. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations to everybody that won bingo. So we have number 1 was Rebecca Chapman. Number 2 was Leslie Knox. Number 3 was Trina Chaska. I hope that's said that close. And number 4 is Terry Nunn. Is that how you say that? Nunn or noon? Nunn. You are so welcome. And let's see. So far, our birthday prizes went to Pamela, Nancy Lee, Patsy, and Eileen, and we have 1 more to draw. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right, so if you were not here for the birthday prize that you're getting, you will win this lovely bag that collapses for your trash. It's a little trash bin. You can hang it. So nice. You will win some dimensionals. You will have some embellishments. We have some foam adhesive strips. Adhesive backed seasonal sequins. I love these. They're so pretty. You will get some glue, my favorite glue. You will get a lovely, fun, colorful pen that has my name on it and my website. You will get from Stamp It Crazy, you will get a crazy press. There's a couple different colors. You'll get whatever one's in your bag. You will also get a container to put your embossing buddy in. It's very handy. And people keep asking me where I got these. I got them from Amazon, but I had to buy 2 dozen at a time. I bought them some time ago. So I'm sure they're still there. And you will also win this adorable tablet that I made last year for my customers. I had some extras, so you will get that, and you will get a matching pen. And my pen, it probably says my name on this also. Let's see. It has my website on it, so when you want to come play bingo, that's where you go. Okay. Oh, Cheryl, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, everybody. So, the last person that will win this prize, let's do our drawing. And these will come all nice and collapsed in your, when I mail your kits out. Hopefully by Friday, maybe Monday, but they're ready. I just have to do all the packaging and labeling, and you know, that takes a little while. So, oh, thank you, Debbie. Okay, so here we go. Person winner number 5. This is my 5th birthday prize I'm giving away. And the winner is Leslie Knox. Leslie Knox is the winner. Congratulations, Leslie. You are winner, winner, chicken dinner tonight. So, for those of you that won your bingo, please email me or message me. Let me know what you would like for your $100. I would really appreciate if you go to 150, create yourself a party, get the extra goodies, and that also helps me in my business and earn my next trip, I hope. And then I will invoice you. I'm like, where did I put the cards? I will invoice you the balance, and I will also do a screenshot of what the total is for you, and then you can pay the difference, and I will get that order in immediately and get that shipped to you. Please, please give me your orders before Tuesday, or by Tuesday, because I fly out at 6 in the morning on Wednesday. So let's take a look at the cards again really quickly. So we have card number 1. We did our really fun gatefold here, and with our pretty inside with our chic, textured chic set, which is just lovely. So we have that as card number 1. Card number 2, we created a really fun card. A lot of people ask me about large sentiments, so I thought, you know what, I want to show you what I would do, something to where you could add something on there, some kind of a focus point, add some pretty paper, especially if you have a lot of it, use it up. And that's, you know, something I can do with that. Trina, my email is marciebeseckerdesigns.com. And then number 3, thank you, Debbie. We will have so much fun. Card number 3, again, textured chic. Love, love, love this whole suite. I'll be making more things. And then you guys wanted a Christmas card, so I thought I'd do one that you can use a lot of your DSP up. Use it, use it, use it. You could even combine DSP. You know, you could use, you know, something from the candy cane, you know, sweet Christmas set. You can use, you know, add it in with, you know, like this is the darker green, you know, whatever. Add your papers. Look at the reverse side. A lot of times there's sides you may not like. Turn it over. See what's on the other side. That's perfect for this kind of stuff. It's just accent colors. I love, love, love this one, but I wanted something with a lot of sparkle behind the tree. This is a good way to use up that vanilla glimmer. If you guys have the glimmer, I have used so much gold glimmer that you'll see in the future here. But this, which is this one here, and then this also comes in that set, and then the evening evergreen is gorgeous. So I was like, what am I going to use the vanilla for? Well, with adding this gorgeous green in the background, the evening evergreen, popping that vanilla tree up there just worked out perfect. So those are the 4 cards that we did today. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Thank you. We plan on having a safe trip. It's going to be, we're looking forward to it. We will not have sleep. So I will not be live next Wednesday or Sunday. And the following Wednesday, if I can get a project done, because I come home Tuesday. And so we'll see what I can come up with. I think I have something we could do. Oh, thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate that. Is the star part of the set? It is, Linda. It's in the die set with the trees, with in the suite for the lights aglow. So yes, that's the star there. And it's got a lot of little snowflakes. It's got a lot of things, but yeah, it is in that set. So you can find that there. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Thank you so much for participating in bingo tonight. I hope you guys will sign up for November's. I'm looking forward to November's. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be all Christmas. It's going to be 12 cards. So there is a link below that you can go and do there. Tashana, thanks for staying up and hanging out with us. I appreciate that. Terry, you are welcome. You guys are so welcome, and I appreciate it. Have a fantastic rest of your week. I will be here on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I hope to see you then. I know time change is going to happen in November, and we will figure that out then. Oh, good, Angela. Perfect. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Sunday. Thank you. Bye.